Hello, welcome to this ultimate reading that shows you what you need to do in order to bring balance to your family, to your finances and career, and to your love. Okay. This deck is the Legend of the Wizard Laird, and actually this card that came up is actually this is the card that is just the picture of the entire deck. It's a representative of the whole deck, and interestingly, that's what came. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Eight of Pentacles, the key, finding the key. Interestingly, this is actually what you need to do to bring balance to your family. But here we're having that it is actually giving you, your family is what's giving you the key to your career, or to the thing that you will do in life that will bring you money. Your passion that will bring you money. This is your heart's desire. And it's your family that is bringing that to you. Since this reading is for everyone, I will refrain from saying specific details that I see to some families that might not have, that others might not have. Your family, ultimately, the goal is to make sure that your family lives in a space that cultivates goodness and like good magic or good creational energy, and is able to build like a very large and luxurious castle. And this castle is built by you, the person watching the reading, by you going on a journey or on a ship, on being the captain of a ship that goes to a very, very, very far distant land, and the ship contains very many people. Depending on each one of you, it could contain between 20 to 200 people, and it's going a very, very far away from home. Interestingly, your family is going home, right? The energy of family is to go home, but here it's actually going away from home to find your true home, which will then tell you the meaning of the current home that you were born into the earth, into the family that you were born, the meaning or the representation of each one of those characters, and also the whole unit of your family and what that means to you personally. You're going on a journey to discover that. It of course starts with you wanting to build financial stability and abundance for your family. This Joker card is making me feel like it has this very strong hermit energy. It's like in this journey, the entire journey can be described by you basically just shutting the door and having the time of your life. And this shut door is even sometimes shut from your own selves, because it's the moment you enter there, a burst of all happiness and a burst of an enormous amount of excitement and freedom and exploration and creation, and like attending to detail, like creating things and like working out the details to the smallest points. It's like there's all kinds of craftsmanship in there. Like I'm seeing this very strong energy of craftsmanship, like on this journey on this journey, in order to, you know, to bring this abundance to your family. I'm feeling like you're like, after all this, it's probably like you had, I feel like this card is coming out of this behind the door, like after experiencing, like perhaps you're still in the middle of, right now you're still in the middle of this creation point, or you're just beginning. But no, it feels to me like you're somebody who's already entered this journey of trying to provide for your family or trying to create something for your family, and coming out of this. And I do feel this little bit of sadness, to be honest. But it's interestingly, it's like you're feeling so much emotional fulfillment, but I'm feeling like a lot of loneliness here. Like you're just like, okay, I've seen it all, I've experienced all the fun and all the joy, but at the end you're still alone. Like it's not like you're very happy, you're very content, but there's just some lingering sadness or loneliness, some feeling that you just can't shake off after having seen it all. But in real, it's also not really, it's just tired. I think it's more than anything, it's just tired right now. It's just tired. I think like once you're relaxed deep enough, like you will be able to draw a conclusion out of all this that happened. You know, you will be able to like see everything, like see the entire picture come together. You're just very tired emotionally, because it looks like this experience kind of took you through the ringer. Like this experience really made you go through so much, because it was so detailed. Like if your ship is, let's say, the size of 200 people or even more, there's a million little workings of details that you did or you're still doing, that it's just exhausting you. You're just tired, you're just drained, like, but you're actually extremely happy inside, but you don't even have strength to feel that happiness anymore, to be honest. Okay, and then it's amazing, because like then you reach to this place of extreme abundance. Like you're basically almost there. Like then you like open your eyes and you'll see this infinite amount of abundance. And it's interesting, like here, possibly in this ship, you went through an experience of like this of betrayal, disappointment, like a lot of very heavy things that are very real life. Like in the pursuit of something very noble and loving, you actually experience a lot of hardships. That is what's keeping you a little bit exhausted. But then you just reach this space of ultimate abundance. Like there's so much abundance, but the interesting thing about it is that this abundance, like you're gonna have so much financial abundance, but also this is like familial abundance, right? Like discovering your family. Oh, it's like in the pursuit of building something for your family, you go on this very, very far journey in the pursuit of that, and you do see a lot of things, but it's like you get a glimpse of this energy of your career and your passion, but you want to use that to help your family. But after having gone into that, then you come back to the family, you find the real abundance, which is like nothingness, which is like the plain, like the shrubs of, if let's say like you like, I don't know if any of the viewers would have lived in a village or have experienced some kind of like that, but something very simple, like earthly, like very mountainous region, or very earthy, very grounded, like very, very, very simple. Like perhaps like some of you have some connection to like having some kind of a farm, a life or something very simple. It's like you just find the happiness in that, because like you feel the extreme joy in just like planting like little food, and like fruits and vegetables, and just feeling the joy in that. And it's interesting that this abundance is then what's giving you the key to your actual career. I think that you right now went like even this pursuit of familial abundance and happiness that you went on, like in order to find your home, you actually already found it. Like here, you just haven't realized it yet. You went on this journey to discover the meaning of your real family, but you haven't like right now you're at a point of still trying to discover it. Like you actually came out with the piece in your hand, the key in your hand. You're just very emotionally you just have to sort out a lot of emotional things inside your body to be able to decipher this, like what this really is. I'm actually gonna pull a few more cards to see what this snake, Queen of Fire. Oh my god, this is so insanely strong energy. This is like, what is this energy? It's the snake. It's the snake, the mountain, lilies. Lilies, heart, and lastly house. That makes so much sense, given that this is about health. And the bottom is child. Like this reading couldn't be more clear. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so that you can see these cards very clearly. Wow. Yeah, the bottom of the deck is basically the child. Okay, so you're finding this abundance, like you're at the verge of finding it. You actually already have it in your hand, as we saw that you already had the key in your hand. The only thing is you're just too drained to process it. Once you do, and I think that's why you will enjoy this simplicity so much, because of everything. Like you've been through an extremely rich experience, that after this you will just enjoy the utmost simplicity. And it's like you're not even gonna try to take care of like fairness, and like with family, like trying to be fair, trying to have like firm boundaries. Like you will have them naturally, you will enforce them naturally, but you're not gonna take it so rigidly, like trying to create boundaries and this and that. Everything is gonna like break down into its utmost simplicity. And the energy of this abundance, this thing that you brought home, the first thing is the snake. It's very scary energy. I've always had a fear of snakes. Like this energy always just terrifies me. But it's this healing power. But the entire theme of all the stories is actually a snake, especially the white snake. But this is like very earthly snake, like very much from the earth, like what it really is, like just the energy. And then the snake, like the snake is almost as big as the mountain itself, like they have the same shape kind of. So it's the snake that comes out from behind the mountain. I'm actually personally from a mountainous place myself, so to me this energy communicates like your homeland. The snake that exists within your homeland, that means the continuous energy of motion or movement that drives people, like the usual energy that people have from the place that you're from. It's the uprising of that. Like, for example, if you're like from certain like state in the US, you have like very country vibe, like that would be the vibe, the snake within that group of people. Like if you're, let's say, from India, like it's that more Indian, more like expressive kind of like snake. You know, if it's Japanese, it's like generally like more reserved, or like it's like a bit more thought out, or you know, more like slightly more behind kind of snake. Anyways, like there are different kinds of snakes. It's the one that's in your homeland. So this one is like rising with extreme passion. And then you're getting like a million downloads about the energy underneath the energy underneath the foundation of what drives the people from your place. Like the thing that pulls on everyone, like that feeling that pulls on everyone, that drives everybody to act from the place where you're from. And like here I see, like it says lilies. This has the energy of like something very soft. It's like this is the most aggressive and like strong thing, but at the same time, like it's also like juxtaposing the softness or the most delicate part of that culture as well, like the thing that they hold sacred, and then the thing that they move for, but then the thing that they're willing to fight for. Not just one person, but subconsciously the entire collective is willing to fight for that thing. And here it's just the heart. Like it's so beautiful. This card is so beautiful, so beautiful. Like it's like in my family, and also for the family of all the viewers, like you come back to the heart. You start to feel the most, like you see your biggest value, basically, like the thing that you value the most. You find that this biggest value, and it actually happens to be your heart, your loving connection, like extremely gentle loving connection, this abundance. And it's interesting, like this heart is literally filled with abundance, with like jewels and diamonds and rubies and everything from everywhere. So in this, you'll see in the simplicity of doing the simple acts is that love. But you will also have this physical abundance. Like we will talk more about this in the second part of the reading, but it's 100% like going to be physically manifested too. But this reading is specifically about the family relationships, holding the family harmony and family dynamic and family love and relationships together. And it's all centered around the heart. It's like the most bringing out, like being aware of the movement of, it's like the entire movement of everything that stirs every single person within your family and your entire community and collective, and feeling that specifically within your family and how the snake energy moves each one. But also then coming back and holding the most delicate thing, like the gentlest thing, like doing all that, like, you know how the snake protects its eggs? It's like that. And that's like the most adorned heart, the most beautiful and lavish expression of love. And it's interesting, this is both the Queen of Hearts and this is the King of Hearts, Cups. And here, like, you actually see that the castle is complete. Like, here it's like, it's kind of like the same castle, like very similar. It has some similar aspects, but here then the house is finally built, it's complete. The family is built. You finally, like, once you find your heart, you go out on this huge adventure to discover a million different things that you need to do and that you will do, and then a million people you need to have relationships with and work with in order to sustain your family or to build this abundance for your family. you come out there exhausted, drained, but also very happy, like overall extremely happy, but just physically and emotionally just tired. And then you begin to appreciate this simplest thing, like truly just not caring about any money, anything, just valuing the simplest thing. And then as you value that simple, it's like within that simplicity the entire abundance unfolds, which you went on the journey for, the thing that you went on this very long journey for, just to find. And it's this huge, humongous snake energy, humongous, like here, like for the mountains specifically, for this landscape, it's like a very it's hard. It's like this snake, it has the strength of a mountain, you know, like there are some watery snakes, but this one is a mountain snake. And then and it's like the snake is so big compared to the mountain, it's like it can just come over the mountain and eat the people there or something. There's that energy, like it's just extreme danger. Like it's almost like feeling the mountain as the size of your foot, like you're living in place of mountains, but you feel it, you're so in touch with them, that you're so kind of raised above them, that you almost feel like they are as small as your foot itself, like as small as the snake, but this is actually a humongous snake. And feeling the energy of the mountains, like what the mountains are trying to tell you. Like for example, mountains, they get earthquakes, right? They shake. And then also these lilies are also like put inside a house, like a very proper kind of this energy of being prim and proper, like finding a house that's aesthetically pleasing, that's very vintage, but it's also very complete with this, you know, like fresh flowers, perfectly symmetrical, architectural, like Gothic style, I think. Just like order, like ancient order. This is very ancient order. This entire energy has like very earthy, very mountainous, very ancient kind of dense energy, also like very old money kind of money. I think that it's very possible that you will come into some kind of abundance where you will create this once you like begin to find this abundance, this like appreciation for the like utmost simplicity, but the entire big movement of the big energy, you will actually be able to create so much abundance for your family, and it will be like old money kind of abundance, like that kind of wealth. And then it's interesting, like at the bottom, the complete bottom, it's this card, the child. This is like the page, or this is the page of swords. You come there and you just know that you're a beginner, you're just learning, you're just a child trying to learn life and this entire dynamics and everything. Like it's like you leave home as trying to mature as an adult, and you actually are an adult, but you come home and you're a child. You know, you became an adult. You might even be a grown-up. You can be like 40-50 years old, but by the time you come back, you're just a child again. You're just like 8 years old. Finding your childhood again. There's like a portrait, and this child is actually made out of, this is like a sculpture. It's like you're for eternal child, you know. It's a portrait, but it's also like a mirror. I just don't know, I just got this flash that it's like, you know, Medusa, she just looks into the mirror and then she turns herself into stone, or the stone version of her is like inside the mirror. There's one version of her that's always like that, that's never changing. It's almost like this was intentionally done in order to preserve that instance. Just this simplicity, like you should really value like your home, no matter what the architecture is like if it's a very simple home, if it was pretty, if it wasn't pretty, the objects that you held in your house like since childhood, whatever, each house is very unique with its own set of objects, like very unique. Just value it. Like it can even simply be the type of candles that you used, this something like something specific that has deep significant meaning. It will unfold its meaning to you over the rest of your life, but don't take it for granted, and don't say like this was bad, or it's like it wasn't certain standard or something. Just know, to be beyond the good and the bad, find its meaning. At the bottom of the deck is like behind the child is the fox. Wow, it's interesting. I never seen the fox in this kind of energy, in the energy that usually it's saying like think on your feet and, you know, just be like agile and aware. But here it's like a very wise, it's like really accepting that, you know, not just like trying to, you know, step on somebody to just kind of get ahead or something, but it's more like serious, deep wisdom, kind of like knowing your field, you know, like knowing your field, knowing how you will operate and play the game, because you know that ultimately you're in the complete wild. You have no idea about your surrounding. You're just feeling your surrounding, and you don't know you would do anything for your family. That's all you know. Like you're basically literally like an animal. Like there's no difference between you and a fox, like an animal and a human. It, as much as it doesn't know about its surrounding and its context and its survival, it's the same, exactly the same thing about you and your family. You just don't know how you will survive. You don't know anything. You're basically in the complete wild. This reading was to bring this ultimate balance to your family. This is all you need to know forever, for the rest of your life. All the messages are encapsulated in this message. I did this just so that you can have simplicity in sorting out your life and moving forward once and for all, like not keeping lingering and wondering about things. Like even within this, there's a million messages of finding like this journey on the ship, those million different aspects, that the little details that you're doing like at work or something, and what you experience behind the scenes. It's like it's not visible to the regular human because there are a million things and it's a million fun. It's basically like a different dimension, and then processing a million emotions, like truly appreciating simplicity, not just like that's ultimately it, but you really just like at the end just drop down. After seeing the whole world, you just come and do the simplest thing. But then the snake rises. Like, what does the snake mean? The energy of the motion of the snake. Like, you can use your whole life to just take this apart and find out what these mean for you. Like, the snake is, of course, the most mysterious thing here. And also, like, this hermit, like, what happens inside the ship over this mountain. And finding your house at the end. Now we will move to career, to ultimate career, and probably take a little bit of a break and continue.